Galicia Negra, one variety that takes a very long time to produce, to get the form right. I think it's a vigorous grower, and therefore it may not like to be pruned nearly as much as other varieties for the sake of hormonal balance. But once you get the form right, once you get this canopy really spread out well, it will produce, and it'll produce heavily. It'll mature. This fig is quite incredible. Definitely probably on the late side. Definitely probably, but I think it probably is. I can't say for sure. Unfortunately, this variety does attract SWD here, especially if the birds get at this, which they are. But even last year, when the birds hadn't, they were getting infected by SWD, and a lot of the crop, I find, tends to ripen at once. You can see how large the eyes are on this. It's kind of insane. They don't like a whole lot of rain, and they crack, they split, they have large eyes. I don't personally recommend this variety for anybody out there who's in a humid climate. So if you're going to grow this, you probably should be somewhere that's dry without the fruit fly. It's a big size fig, guys. It's got some good size to it this year, really matured. It's very productive. And in a place like Southern California, this would be a great choice. I'd highly recommend it. Let me cut some open here. This is one of the most beautiful varieties on the inside that I have. And unfortunately, there might be some fermentation here because of the fruit fly, as we've been struggling with it recently. Giving a little smell here. It doesn't seem that bad, but I'll bet you anything that there is some fermentation in here. Ain't that a beaut? I cut off the bottom. This is a variety that is truly purple on the inside. It is ridiculous, the color. It's almost black. It's so red, it's so dark purple. It's almost as black as the skin. What's nice about this variety, it's really strange because you would think a dark purple interior fig such as this would, probably have a really intense berry flavor, but it doesn't. At least for me, there are more intensely flavored varieties. Look at that. I mean, it's just like you're looking into the sun right now. You're looking into the sunset. There is a sunset, barely, that I can see right now. It's like eating the sun, guys. All right. Somebody said I should do some fig reviews. I think they were right. Well, the thing is that they're not perfectly ripe, and that's kind of the issue with them. Getting these perfectly ripe is a challenge. I can't tell if there's acidity there because it's fermented or if it's acidity from the actual variety. I think because it was fermented. Yeah. So, believe it or not, unless you can get them perfect, which these aren't, it's sad to say they're not perfect. They never will. Very few will ever get perfect here. When they are perfect, they taste like caramel. They get filled up with honey and caramel syrup. That really does taste like caramel. And you would think, again, with the dark color like this, the berry flavor would be off the charts, but it's not. Unfortunate. Maybe it is in other places, but not here. It really does taste like a black mission. And I have said this for years. People thought I was crazy, but this is a fig that is related to Black Mission. It has some distinct characteristics. Even the leaves look similar to a Black Mission. But it is quite distinct. I'm not saying it's the same thing as a Black Mission, but it is an adaptation. It is some sort of mutation of a Black Mission, and that is clearly visible in the color of the pulp. And other growing characteristics of this variety. But I will say that this is a slight upgrade to Black Mission. And if you're looking for something that's improved, this is probably a good choice, and that's why I have it at this current moment. I'm probably going to get rid of it, though, at the end of this season in favor of other varieties. What I would like to find is a Black Mission that has a nice caramel flavor to it, that ripens early, early enough so that this fig gets completely obsolete, and Black Mission gets completely obsolete. I find that these figs are quite meaty. There's a lot to them. They are large, and then as they as they ripen longer on the tree, if you guys can get that to happen, you will end up getting a ton of syrup, a ton of honey in your tree, in the fig, I'm sorry. And it'll really coat your tongue, and it'll be like eating a ton of syrup in your figs. And that is a really big characteristic that people love about this one. This one had a fig on every node, basically, and it's quite old now. It's getting up there in age. I think this is its 3rd or 4th year from graft, by the way. It might be its 4th year from graft, but really productive because it has a nice form. You got to spread out these limbs, guys. It has a really wide canopy, this tree, for me. So anyway, this was Galicia Negra. It's really worth growing, but under the right conditions, I find. So we'll talk to everybody soon. All right. Thanks for watching this one. Have a nice day. All right. Take care.